the Tenryo Commission won't assist in dealing with the thunderstorm, the consequences could be catastrophic.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Recién terminé de editar los videos. Y no, amigo. Estaba comiendo garrapiñada y se escucha demasiado. ¿Y el ruido de la silla, esto? Nah, es una poronga, boludo. No sé por qué se escucha tanto. Y después hablo y se me escucha bajo a veces. No tiene sentido. Pero, no, pero la silla se escucha más fuerte que yo. No entiendo. Estábamos hablando del impacto que tenía yo. Te estás burlando de mí. Re mala. Re fire, ¿no?
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippei.
Me refiero al de Toy Maguire, que ahora me sé cuál de los tres. Así que son amigas tuyas porque... ¿Por qué? No sé, porque ya está, lo voy a explicar. Porque en la película, cuando le preguntan por cómo le sale telaraña del brazo, dice, ¿te estás burlando de mí? Bueno, una pequeña referencia. Así que son amigas tuyas. Soy el sirviente maestro Kamaji. Ippei. Teppei, suena como Teppei, no sé, todo termina en Pei al parecer. Parece que tiene algo.
Well, the Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder. Yep, that's the one. And all the time it's been there, the storm has never changed in shape or size. But now, it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now? Or is this her way of trying to get revenge on us? Oh yeah, you're right. If she really wanted to get revenge on us, she could just strike us with lightning right here.
Literal.
Which would also be pretty scary.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the Almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Eso.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign. A lot of people now believe that the thunderstorm is getting wilder because the almighty Shogun is having health problems. The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me to come here and discuss countermeasures with the Tenryo Commission. We need to make sure we're prepared to deal with the chaos if and when it arrives.
Yo vi en el trailer de la nueva actualización, creo que va a ser la 2.6. Amigo, re cualquiera. O sea, esto Inazuma es Corea del Norte. No puedes ni salir ni entrar. Y si entras, de ahí no salís. Así que... pero por lo que se ve en el tráiler de la siguiente versión, van a ir gente de Mondstadt, gente de Liyue, va a ser cualquier cosa. O sea, fue re flashero, fue como, ¿qué carajo pasa? Así que supongo que ya no va a ser tan así como poco liberal.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryo Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma. Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. But there's still work that has to be done.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now?
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
Don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu. head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
¡Oh!
Huh? You can actually do that?
Mal, no como si nada. La invitamos a salir, vamos al restaurante acá nomás.
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then? You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest.
A ver, yo diría que no la haríamos salir. Pero creo que va a pasar. O sea, si esto fuese real, dice, no, tómatela, no tómatela y no rompa la pelota. Pero creo que puede pasar. Pero sería muy
Thank you very
flashero.
much. I owe you one. Again.
O sea, imagínate a la gente de Inazuma viendo a Val. Ay, le sigo diciendo a Val. A Ei caminando conmigo. Así como si nada, como si fuese esto tranqui, boludo. Cuando podíamos ver que era intocable, no se la veía nunca. Solamente cuando hacía sus... no sé, no me sé la palabra. Cuando se ponía a hablar para la gente.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right? Let's take a trip to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Me gustaría, me gustaría ir a cenar con John Rey, sería re flashero. Ah, bueno, hablando de eso. ¿A quién tenemos acá? Oh, carajo. ¿Dónde queda eso? Ahí tal cual. No, sería muy flashero. O sea, quiero ver cómo la convencen, boludo. Busca a Yamiko. Y Yamiko no está acá. El árbol este, o sea. Sí, ahí. Tal cual.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me? What a
Sí.
smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help, didn't
Era
you?
obvio que se iba a dar cuenta.
Still,
Pero quería
your
ver.
answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike.
What? ¿En serio?
The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her.
A la mierda, le dimos con de todo. O sea, no sabía que su poder está en decadencia. Era, amigos, no sé cómo noto si está débil o fuerte porque pulverizó a señora de un golpe, amigo. ¿Cómo voy a hacer si está débil? Si está débil ahora, no me imagino cuando está fuerte.
Oh, the poor thing. Without desserts and books to console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
Igual fuera de joda no me creo que le hayamos ganado. Eso fue muy flashero. Todo bien con que tengo la visión de todo, pero fue muy flashero.
You expect expect us to believe that a god would throw a temper tantrum over something like that?
No te creo.
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you.
La
Ace
cara
it's
del Lumi.
eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye. Of what consequence to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention, so there is no reason to disturb her. I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
Tal vez perdió los estribos.
I am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have
Esto.
seen everything one could ever wish to see?
La gente Inazuma, boludo, carajo. Ah.
I like that answer. Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at the gate, and he will let you in.
Ah, easy.
Nico?
Ah,
My
está
question
bien.
was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Me lo rollo. Dormiste. Bueno. Ahora entrar cuando quiera a visitar. No, no me conviene. Se va a enojar y me va a meter un saque. Me va a desinstalar el juego. Ah, tengo como la nariz incómoda. ¿Cómo que? Me duele.
The
No sé.
almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Don't be ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves.
Míralo, guacho.
Guji Ai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone. Wait, this is authentic. Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed. Since the Shogun is resting at this time, please be especially respectful and make sure your behavior is impeccable.
Sí, 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 todo bien. Igual fuera de joda. Yo estaría re nervioso, amigo. O sea, porque es un juego y es lo mío, pero yo estaría cagado hasta las patas. What the fuck?
Look how she's pacing back and forth. Don't you think she looks a little anxious?
Pero ese es el títere, ¿no? O sea, es como un modo automático, podría ser. Mirá, vamos a imitarla, ¿cómo era? Así. Así está, boludo. Parecemos bots. Qué carajo. No, me curé sin querer. Ah, no, no es que me acerco y deja de... ¿Qué carajo? Bueno, ¿puedo dejar de hacer el boludo? Gracias.
How did you get in?
Entrando. Wow.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Te robó.
Wait, no, it's us! Oh, why are you treating us like we're your enemies? We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means!
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude.
Esto.
That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
Esto.
This body has no need of rest. But I am an assistant to the one within.
Eso.
If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Bueno, en realidad
I
esto
cannot.
es...
In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
Fia... Una
What do
fiaca,
you
¿verdad?
mean by that?
It has been forbidden.
Prohibido.
Please refrain from making me talk any further.
Carajo.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Está fuera de servicio. Estás
Ah,
enferma.
it's you two. It's been a while.
What the fuck?
The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Ah, me encanta. Ah, me encanta. Ah, bueno, tranqui. ¿Cómo se llamaba esto en Jujutsu Kaisen? Dominio. Extensión de dominio, amigo. Está tan roto que tiene extensión de dominio.
That was terrifying. Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So,
¿Ves que es otra persona?
is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time.
¿Cuánto tiempo eres?
But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
No, she was not created to ever be turned off.
¿Qué carajo?
Furthermore, I had even predicted at the time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity.
Literal.
That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances. For now, while I figure out the form that eternity should take, it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled.
¿Qué carajo?
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it.
No sé cuál decir.
Don't
Esta.
look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking things. Yes, that's it. I'm not making excuses. It's the truth.
Ahí es muy
It's
tierna.
fine. Just as long as you can fix it is all.
Es como re buena, es re buena onda, pero... o sea, como persona, porque después el Robocop este te mete un viaje y chao. Un progreso dentro de...
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would be a confusion of priorities.
Es que tal cual me encantaría.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest.
Qué flashero va a ser
And
esto.
who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and give you some fresh inspiration.
Eso.
You mean, leave the plane of euthymia?
Esto.
It's unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since you're inviting me,
What the
a
fuck?
change of pace might well be nice.
Nah, esto es un chiste, boludo. Esto es cualquier cosa. Esto fue más fácil que la mierda.
All right then. I'll come out for a while.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of rigid titles.
¿Qué está pasando?
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Pero sí es el arconte.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
What the f-
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go!
Es el arconte de Inazuma y no conoce su propia región. Este es un mal chiste, amigo. No, no te creo. ¿En serio va a pasar? O sea, yo lo quiero ver y me encantaría, la verdad, pero es re flashera, amigo. Es como... No sé, boludo. Es como sacar al presidente de Norcorea a comer, boludo. ¿Qué estás contando? Igual esa es como la vista que tenemos nosotros hacia ella por el títere este de mierda. Porque el títere es como re agresivo, es como... no me sale la palabra, re seria, amigo. Pero nada que ver. No está por pasar lo que creo que va a pasar. No está. What the fuck. Este es impresionante.
Is this the marketplace? It's a far cry from how I remember it.
Qué carajo.
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, that's to be expected.
Todo el mundo va a estar choqueado y el respeto que vamos a ganar es impresionante. ¿Eh? Caminar con la arconte así como si nada.
It's the Shogun. What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
Los que no estaban por acá, cuando se empiezan a pegar un corchazo en los huevos, me parece.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
No, qué pregunta pelotuda, es obvio que no.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
So, what do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Nah, ya fue.
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
¿Ves? Nah,
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely seems like your style, eh?
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Me estás cargando.
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either?
Zhongli tampoco, no. Zhongli 2.0, boludo.
Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
Almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Uy, yo soy el comerciante y me cago encima, ¿eh? Tal cual, ¿eh? Eso están rellenos de polvo esas bolitas, ¿no?
Shogun, excuse me.
Normal.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk? Sounds kind of like the odd one out.
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Why do I feel like
Eso
it's
es.
different than I expected? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me. But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And both dango and milk have a short shelf life. So I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The Almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert. A unique beverage indeed.
Wow, me encanta, ey, es re buena onda, amigo. Y ya te caga palo si quieres. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Alguien notó que ningún arconte tiene dinero? Decía que el siguiente arconte va a tener algo de mora, amigo. Por lo menos 2 pesos, boludo. Penti no tiene un centavo, no tiene... O sea, toma, pero creo que porque le invitan. De Zhongli ni hablemos, no tiene un centavo. O sea, su billetera es el chaboncito este con las dagas de agua. Y ahora la todopoderosa Shogun Raiden no tiene un centavo. Me encanta. O sea, no tienen un centavo, pero con... Ella no tiene un centavo, pero sí, puede conseguir lo que quiera. Tal cual.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
Qué raro.
It's a little bit like...
Gachas.
porridge? But the resemblance is only superficial. Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well.
Me parece que no.
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination. Even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the Almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Ah, I see. Well,
What the
that
fuck?
can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few
boy.
hundred cups and go door to door delivering them.
Ah,
No,
no.
no, no, Almighty Shogun. That's too much.
Flaco, la que pegaste. ¿Qué carajo? No, esto es increíble.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk. Of course. I've heard that most humans like desserts, so it's not unusual that I should enjoy them too. Miko agrees with me on this. There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than meditating alone all the
Y
time.
sí.
By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure, let's go and have a look.
No, lo que se me vino a la mente, qué carajo. O sea, vos pensás que la loca esta está mucho tiempo meditando y aburrida ahí. Yo no digo más, Igual fuera de joda, qué paja, o sea. Qué paja, que... Pero nada, y asco. Igual, técnicamente no está perdiendo tiempo de su vida, ¿no? Porque es como que cuando está ahí no envejece, creo, ¿no? Aunque, no sé, igual los arcontes creo que vienen un montón de años, tipo, envejecer es lo... creo que ni 90 años es 1% de su vida, boludo.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Eye Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Eye Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form.
No.
Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay. Let's go then. Huh. How can this be? Did I underestimate the caliber of this material? I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no sense to me in these particular combinations? Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
What the fuck?
It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating sunsettias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat, at least.
No, so
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable? Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly churl life from an outside perspective, perhaps?
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
O sea, te entiendo que no se lees una banda, pero what the fuck. Las modas pasajeras no tienen cabida en la eternidad.
How about we choose for you?
Lo dijimos.
We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
¿Qué leo? Un coso para niños, boludo.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy.
Me encantaría que me den todos los títulos y yo pueda elegir.
This could be a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
Historia de artes marciales liga, historias de amor cotidiana, historia y reencarnación. Historia y reencarnación y aventura. Me gusta este. La gótica epopeya del relato de mi vida amorosa juvenil. Este libro trata de las historias de amor entre un hombre muy mediocre y 7 hermosos. What the fuck. Es un relato cronológico de la vida cotidiana del protagonista, con muchas anécdotas divertidas. El estilo es fuerte, la prosa es elegante y el autor sabe realzar ingeniosamente el encanto único de cada personaje de la historia. Pero la trama se detiene en un momento crucial, cuando el amor de la infancia del protagonista está a punto de consolidarse.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood. Right! Yeah, it's just a novel. But please let the author have a heart, please! The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Me parece que le voy a dar el de los estilos de combate de Liu, porque 7 mujeres, what the fuck. sea, me hubiese gustado que sea una historia linda, pero... un flaco con 7 mira. A la mierda, boludo. A ver, historia de arte marciales. La vida me hizo luchador cuando yo solo quería ser escritor. El libro es una historia de artes marciales ambientada en Liu y concentrada en la lucha entre diferentes bandas. El protagonista solo aspira a convertirse en un humilde novelista, pero se ve envuelto en el mundo de las luchas entre bandas debido a una habilidad sin parangón en las artes marciales. El gancho de venta de esta historia es el que el protagonista nunca se une a ninguna facción, sino que lo confunde constantemente con el maestro de una u otra de ellos. Profesionales de las artes marciales que ven al protagonista como su enemigo siempre están montando una escena. El protagonista está atrapado en este embrollo mientras se aferra a su sueño de convertirse en un novelista.
What a strange person. Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly? Someone like that could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
¿Verdad? Buen punto, buen punto. Historia de reencarnación y aventura, ¿sabes esto? La toda poderosa Shogun renacida como Raiden con un poder ilimitado. En este libro, historia de reencarnación. En este libro el protagonista es alcanzado por un rayo bajo un cerezo del trueno. Al despertar descubre que se ha convertido en la Shogun Raiden. ¡Wow! ¡Wow! Ojo, ojo este libro. Ante este suceso, era un don nadie con el que se metía todo el mundo. Pero tras convertirse en la Shogun Raiden adquiere un poder ilimitado. El atractivo de esta novela reside en la euforia de pasar de la impotencia a la omnipotencia y en el viaje interior del protagonista para librarse finalmente de su baja autoestima. ¿Cómo se desarrollará la historia después de que el protagonista se convirtiera literalmente en la Shogun
With a
Raiden?
premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around.
Literal.
Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
Eso.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would feel really uncomfortable.
Ué, pará, boludo. ¿Tú qué importa que le haga?
Let's try to explain them to A.
Ah, pero le voy a explicar las tres. ¡Wow! Oh, what the fuck. Tarado. Por un segundo no sé por qué realicé que yo era el personaje tal cual. Bueno, no sé qué hizo mi
The
cerebro.
looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Uff. ¡No! ¡Mierda puta! No, perdón, tengo que hacerlo. ¡No! Tengo que hacerlo. Es que es buenísimo. A ver.
Hey! Paimon thought we agreed not to bring that one up.
¡Cerra el orto, Paimon! Yo tenía que elegir este, boludo. Quiero ver su reacción aparte. Posta, me gustó la idea.
It's okay. I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that this was how ordinary people viewed the Shogun.
Para esto.
She would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions. In reality, the reason for drawing her blade determines the martial form to use and the degree of power with which to imbue it. Since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended at all. On the contrary, I find the author's powers of imagination quite admirable. That said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are all reviewed by Miko herself, which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact, no. It may even have been her idea in the first place.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plain of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Nada puede ser igual, pero así.
I disagree with your point of view.
Wow. Ah, me asusté. Creí que
That's
dijo que
what
estaba
I
de
would
desacuerdo.
say if we were still in the plane of euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion. I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
¿Alguien está leyendo lo que estoy leyendo yo? ¿Por qué no capturamos una imagen de nosotros juntas? No te creo. ¿Para ahí para sacar foto? ¿Hola?
Ooh, great idea! Ace had a wonderful time, and
Ojo,
a photo
ojo.
is the best way to remember it.
Ojo, ojo, ojo.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay.
No me lo creo.
Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
Quiero salir más con Shagon Raiden. No pido más. No pido más. ¿Te imaginas que salga una cita con Shagon Raiden? Nah, ahí yo me caigo de culo. Tal cual, O sea, que un día yo vaya acá. ¿Dónde era? Yo vaya acá. Bueno, lo que estamos haciendo es esta ahora. Sí, estos sí son misiones legendarias, pero estas son citas. Y si un día Shagon Raiden aparece acá, yo me caigo de culo. Bueno, también quiero ver a Jack acá, la verdad. Y a San... Quiero ver a todo el mundo. ¿Para qué te miento? Pero Val... Oh, Val, puta madre. Para Shagon Raiden... Me caigo de culo. Oh, ey, puta madre, vaya. Tiene 50 nombres. Y creo que tenía otro más que ahora no me acuerdo. A veces se puede decir Arconte Negro, no sé, mil maneras.
So, what are we supposed to be doing?
Igual me encanta el Almighty Shogun Raiden, o sea, me encanta. En inglés me gusta cómo suena. Igual acá sería la traducción todopoderosa Shogun Raiden.
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike
Ojo.
a pose.
Ojo.
Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Ah, mierda, pero acá Paimon... Pero ¿qué lo leí en Wikipedia esto, boludo? ¿Viste cómo lo dijo?
Okay, so what exactly is striking a pose?
Ojo.
Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right? The more I think about it, the more embarrassing it seems.
Sí, la verdad,
How
perdón.
should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top.
Esta no.
This
Esta,
isn't coming
¿no?
naturally to me at all. Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural.
Oh, mierda, puta, esto es perfecto. Es que, a ver,
Okay,
me gustaría ver
let's
las
get
otras,
started.
pero capaz no me deja volver.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
Ojo. A ver.
So a photo is a visual representation, an impression, like casting a shadow. Fascinating. I'm learning a lot today. Let's get this underway.
Igual, fuera de joda, me hubiese encantado una pose así con la espada o algo así, tipo nazi. Comenzar a captar. ¡Oh! Ahí está. Bueno, diría que así está bien, ¿no? Pap. No. ¡Pum! Me encanta. Guardar. Guardar.
you.
Wow. This
¿Qué clase
is
de brujería es esta?
astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be
Perdón por mi
another
silla.
copy of me. But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid, but it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again.
Por mí te lo explico 57.000 millones de veces. No pasa nada.
So,
Re simple.
the one in this photo,
No, tómatela tú.
are you sure it isn't me? If it's not me, then why does she look exactly
Dios.
like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
Le entró una duda existencial increíble.
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, traveler.
Exacto, es que tal cual es lo que está pensando.
Hey, that's right. Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence. I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form I exist in. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence. Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today.
Ah, no digas
Maybe you
eso.
can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things. Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
Sounds to Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Ah, se va a pegar el susto de su vida. Todo viento.
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? The Almighty Shogun. You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
A tu amo.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
Forgive us, Almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that. No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
¡Qué elegancia! ¡Qué porte!
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
La Ram miraba. Ojo, espíritu marcial. Ah, me llevo un librito. Vale, por favor. ¿Dónde tengo que ir? Oh, creo que tengo que subir la montaña esa, ¿no? Acá hay una escalera, pero no sé. O sea... Y al final Aim me terminó encantando. Buenísimo, mira, porque... Tenía como... la perspectiva de que era re forra. Y bueno, igual me lo pasaba por los huevos porque me encantaba que era ultra fuerte. Pero al final terminó siendo bueno. No sé bien. Ah, bueno, agarré un Electroculus. Gratis, así como si nada. Yo dije, capaz es para subir la montaña, pero no, había un cosito de estos. ¿No es esta acá? O sea... ¿Va a haber pelea? ¡Jo! Esto no me lo esperaba. Bueno, es verdad que sí, me esperaba que estaba pasando algo, pero no esperaba que íbamos a pelear. ¿Podré ver a Shaban Rey en acción otra vez?
Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
Ojo, sexto
We should
sentido.
proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
No me la dan de prueba. Igual ya la tengo, pero digo, o sea, si el juego te... What the fuck?
There is no escape.
Flaco, vos no sabes con quién estás peleando. Igual no tengo el arma re baja. No tengo tan mejorada tan red, pero igual está fuerte. O sea, con el build no muy bueno que tiene, igual está fuerte. O sea, este era nivel 92, dale. No, que es verdad que no se viene a meter lo que es el diputado, pero está bien. Vos vas a pelear con el rey solo
Something is not right.
por la historia.
We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Pero mira esos movimientos, yo llego a tener la fuerte y ya está. O sea, combinado con juntado.
Illusion shattered.
Uy, la concha,
To the ferry. Let's get down to business.
Flaco.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
My blade. There's more.
Torn to oblivion.
Va.
There is no escape.
Puta madre, ¿por qué no un rincón? Que no se ven los otros. ¡Ah! What the fuck? Vení, papá. ¿Qué así? Mirá.
Inazuma
Chao.
shines eternal.
Ah, me la tenía que guardar. What the fuck? No. Es terrible, ¿cómo vas a sobrevivir a eso? Me dejas mal. Esa mierda aquí cae. No hace nada.
Body and mind.
To the ferry.
Vamos a ver a los personajes.
Wind,
Let's get
hear
down to
me.
business.
Igual fuera de juego me acordaba que tenía que haber hecho más daño. Que hice mal la posición.
Higher, hands on fire!
To the ferry.
Shine down.
Finally, lucky day. The perfect day.
No, my sword. Let me weave you a horse.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
To the ferry. Finally, to the ferry. Let's get down to business.
What the fuck? ¿Qué está pasando?
Witness the power of Gugwa.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Finally,
Illusion shattered. Barbados.
to the ferry.
¿Y ahora?
No, my sword.
There's more. Finally, no.
No, esto no me lo sé. ¿Qué carajo? Esto no suele ser.
Now you shall perish.
Ah. Cuando haga la comparativa, cuando tenga a mi round,
There is no escape.
qué pelotudo. Usé la voz y la...
Let me weave you a horse.
Ah, perdón. Por fin, amigo. What the fuck?
It's my lucky day.
Queda volando ahí media hora. ¿Verdad?
Illusion shattered.
Tiene una banda de distancia. Acá lo podrían empujar. Sé que no lo mato. No. Va a echar electricidad. What the fuck? Oh, qué rompe, bro.
Shine down!
Uy, carajo.
Time to go!
Witness the power of Gawa. Rain outlines your fate.
There is no escape! Torn to oblivion!
¡Ah, qué guapo!
Go as planned!
Wind, hear me.
Know my soul! See?
Igual tampoco esperen que vaya para él. Amigo, me va a estar saltando un montón de cofres. Todo porque estoy grabando y vas así. Pelotudo. Como que estoy concentrado en la pelea y en el video y me olvido de los cofres. Porque cuando lo hago no suelo perderme ni uno. Reviso todo el lugar si no sé. Ta, 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 ta.
It's Kujo Kamaji. But
Oh,
who's he with?
perdón, para poner. ¿Animación? No, esto no es animación todavía.
Almighty Shogun!
Oh,
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
carajo.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor
este
issues
hijo
that
de
have cropped
puta.
up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
Silence.
Ho, ho.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
Sí, sí, sí.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan.
Juan le habla
Surely
mucha
you,
confianza,
of
chaval.
everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
Considera.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Okay.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple.
O sea, yo voy a
Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty Shogun?
Fuck.
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Pero igual para... Sos vos,
Well,
para
never
un poco.
mind. What about one of you then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner.
Ni un pedo.
Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, Almighty Shogun.
Tenés los huevos bien puestos. Estás fumado.
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the
Estás
Tenryou
drogado,
Commission.
amigo. Estás drogado.
Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said, a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began.
No se te echa a
This
pasar la
is my
mano a
last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless. But I accept. Come forward.
The fuck? ¿Va a ser una animación? No creo. Oh. ¡Ojo! ¡Ojo, ojo, ojo! Me quedo callado.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him.
No, amigo, se mueve. Ey, boludo. Gimnasio. Y bueno, esto era obvio, ¿no? ¿Qué se espera? ¿Que hace una pelea épica? No, boludo. Se lo desayunó.
You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So, So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Pillo. Buah, tarado. Todo bueno en la animación. O sea, fue simple, pero igual toda animación de Genshin Impact es buenísima. O sea. Ojalá hubiese muchas más.
When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If
Oh,
it had
por
been the
Dios.
Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryou Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come, but at least I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is. This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryou Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
Esto suena tan mal.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life.
The fuck?
Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company. Okay. I'm ready to head back now.
Así
My
sos.
period of
Wow.
solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yaimiko.
Me va a preguntar cómo fue, obviamente. Bueno, acá vamos a terminar esta misión, supongo. Duró 1 hora y algo, 1 hora y 15. ¿Cuál? Es que el video va a seguir siendo largo aunque lo edite, creo. O sea, tal cual.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves. Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
Dice.
But she said she doesn't need
Bueno,
company.
vos también.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Ah, bueno. Ah, bueno. Pero tener una amiga como Shogun Rey del Jongle, no sé, boludo. 20, ya está. ¿Qué? ¿Qué más querés, boludo? Bueno, sí, nos terminamos la misión. Que la misión supongo que tenía un nombre, a ver cómo se llama. Va. Se llamaba no sé cuánto porque... Ah, Imperatrix Umbrosa, supongo, porque dice acto 2. Bueno, después sigue este. Que ya lo jugaré en su momento. Yo capaz lo jugaría más seguido, pero ahora como tengo esa cosa de querer grabarlo, no. Bueno, nada, dejo el video acá.